Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Master of Command. Last time around we did beat an enemy army down here and ran them down. So now we've got a couple of promotions. I want to briefly talk about them. So, for example, the Cantonist recruits. These guys could really develop into a lot of things. I think what I would like them to do is be the Prussian line in. I think these guys are very cool. This is what Prussia is known for. Heavy infantry, excellent reload capabilities. Not maybe the best accuracy, but still, I would really love these guys to be on the battlefield and use them a little. On the other hand, I've really gotten used to these Jägers, and I really like that even though they are sort of smallish units, what I really like about them is that they've got the excellent reload speed. Accuracy, maybe not the best. 25-55. That's how does that compare? 25-55 towards, let's say, these guys. Yeah, so they're maybe not as accurate as Prussian lifeguards, but they're even better reload speed. Now they don't have the regiment size, 1,400 for these guys, whereas these guys are just 600. So they're much more flimsy, but they can operate in open fire mode and in sort of line formation. So that's something that I really like about these guys. So I think they can give us a good stuff. So I would like these Freikorps Musketeers to be Freikorps Jägers. I'm not going to promote them to Grenadiers now. So we're going to simply wait over here. I think anyone else we can promote. So the one exception here is von Kleist. Now von Kleist is our only officer at this moment. He isn't that great. I would love for him to have some infantry. Stamina, that's alright. I don't like any of these too much. Combat effectiveness plus 10%. That's nice. What does that actually mean? Is that for everyone or just for his unit? Morale plus 10%. I think these things are always active. It's just the question of... Let's give him legendary status. I'm not too sure I want to keep him long term, but let's see. So you guys can get some horseshoes. That's lovely. I would love to give the charge bonus to these guys here. We have some money. We do need an officer. I think we need some more supplies, so I don't want to spend sort of everything. But maybe we can promote you at least a little bit. Yeah, you know what? Let's spend the 50 thalers to get a force slot to be able to give you some crosses, make you a little bit better at charging still. I really love that, so you have a sort of devastating charge down. This stuff we're not going to deal with too much, and I don't think I'm going to get a lot of... Oh, you actually have a slot left. Morale for movement speed, or attrition and melee damage received, ammo consumption. Ammo consumption, you are already reduced on that. You guys are sort of our blocking force, I really like that too. Haven't used that too much for now. I don't think we need the morale, so let's just give them a couple of blanket roads. Right. So, next stop, I believe, is going to be... not even going to try to pronounce that, but there we'll hopefully find a couple of officers. I'm not going to engage with the fort yet. I do want to get the officer before that. Then maybe we can double down. Notice how we're bleeding reservists. That's not good. Right, let's see. What have we got in terms of officers? We've got cavalry charge. I like that. I like that a lot. We've got accuracy at the cost of melee. I like that too. And then we've got Anton du Molinois. Combat effectiveness. Damage received. Range at the cost of charge. These are good officers. We do need a cavalry officer. I think Otto Karl Ludwig von Lestock, that's a funny name, is good. I like the accuracy. You could be our infantry guy in the future. We do have some money. Let's pick these two guys. Because Prussia is very short on recruitable officers. Okay, you've got cavalry charge bonuses. I think that's a lovely bonus for you. I would potentially like to get that in here. Cover, stamina, ammunition consumption, combat effectiveness. Okay. But I really like the accuracy bonus. Let's think about that for a second. So we've got one spot left. We've got a bit of money. We potentially need a bit of that too. I would love to... This is so tempting. Right, let's go to the town square, sell a bit of this and that. We're gonna keep some of the uniforms because sometimes there are events where these can come in handy. I'm not too sure about the regimental colors either. I think these are potentially useful, but then again, so is money. So, you know what? I'm gonna sell all of that. That's gonna give us some money. And we're gonna take a look at the barracks. What else do we have here? Officers and item sale costs. So yeah, we can actually sell stuff for more money. That is pretty nice too. I think the grape shop, we're gonna sell that too. We're gonna earn so much money here. That is very nice indeed. I'm tempted to buy items, but I think by and large, so nice. These are so nice things. I want to have them. And we do have some money, but what's the best thing to do with our money right now? I think we need more recruits. I don't think we want to spend all of this. You know what? We're gonna do that. Let me get rid of that. Right. I think we need more men. We want to make sure that we are building up our forces, that everyone can gain experience, that we are winning the fights that we need to win. We can either get that, or I think, you know what? We're going to get the new brigade. The 3rd Brigade. You are actually going to get most of my infantry. Just so. So from Kleist, fire damage received, stamina, reload speed and ammo consumption is reduced. I like that. You can get some accuracy bonuses. Yeah, I think that's a good setup over here. You know what? We're gonna just switch that around. Also, I like that a bit. But there we go. So we can potentially get more infantry for you. Are we growing too fast? Our losses in reservists are proportional to what we are investing. And we do have some money left to do other things too, like for example get extremely good guns. There are some very good guns down here. And other things. Also these staff officers, reload speed. This is a very good treaty here of Friedrich II, which is basically us. Reload speed and move speed. Sharpshooters, all of that is super nice. But again, let's not get overboard. Ah, I want to get it. But you know what? We're going to recruit a couple more men. That should be enough for now. You're going to get underfoot Kleist. You're going to get a bit of better muskets. You're going to get cartridge boxes in this, just because we have it. We're going to keep the Yungping muskets, and we're going to sell the worn stuff in the town square. Just 14. That basically takes off most of my gold. Some more ammo. I think we're fine on the provisions. I think we're fine for now on the reservists. So let's buy a bit more ammo still. And then we're going to go to the fort. See what we can do then. Your Grace. Our southern advance has borne unexpected fruit. The enemy forward command post was taken by surprise. Its staff scattered before an alarm could be sounded. We have captured several officers and recovered maps, dispatches, and ledgers from within. It is a rare and valuable stroke. Orders await for your review. Capture the officers, ransom them all for $100. Change capture for +1 level 2 officer. Yeah, I think that's more valuable. Yes. Let's do that. Von Hilsen. What have you got to offer? You've got movement speed and morale damage received bonuses. Your movement speed is 10% higher, and your morale damage received is, well, not that great, to be honest. Movement speed is nice. We'll keep you around. It's always nice to have one, but we don't need them. We've captured one fort at least, so that's nice. I would like to get a bit more. Wait a minute, is that the headquarter down there? Yeah, that is the enemy headquarter. We don't need to engage that now. I think we can go up to the north a little bit. Or do we want to loop back towards the south down here? Get a look at the battlefield. Get a look at that fort. We want to capture 4 of them. Most of them are down here actually, so we passed by them already. There's one over there. Do we need to get over here? We could buy some supplies. Not that many items. Battlefield down there. We could loop up here. I don't think we've been around here yet. Not much to buy up here. But there are potentially some encounters that we haven't seen. Yeah. It's actually nice that it does retain that. On the other hand, we have... I didn't even notice we walked by that convoy. There is another battlefield down here. There is going to be stuff up here too. And potentially some more encounters. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go up here towards Ostrov. Oh, speaking of encounters, yeah, there's another one. Let's engage you guys. Take some prisoners. That is really what we want to do. Some more Russians. Serfs. Russian battalion artillery. Okay, I'm gonna be intrigued to see whether they're gonna engage us or not. Notice some of these Russian provincial guys are gonna be equipped as dragoons, but they're gonna be fighting really badly. Yeah, let's see. Right, so first time with 3 battalions. I like the way that we're growing. I don't know whether it's going to be sustainable because our manpower costs are just so gigantic. 5 per brigade. So, yeah, how many do we have at this point? 10 or so? Yeah, no, 8. But still. And we are in a city fight. I don't love that. On the other hand, they've only got 2 recruits. So, most of them are going to be cavalry. I think that's actually not too bad for us. Okay, so what we're going to do is the recruits... The Cantonist recruits and the Cantonist recruits, you guys, you're going to be in the city. Because I don't trust you to be too good at doing others. Freikorps Jägers, you can be in the city too. Freikorps Musketeers, on the one hand, you're going to get over here in attack column. And you guys are also going to watch the flank over here, again in attack column. Then our artillery, didn't they have artillery too? Oh yeah, they do. And our artillery is, I guess, going to sort of move in a little bit and be alright with it. And then our hussars on the left-hand side and cuirassiers on the left-hand side too. That they can loop around. Or do we want to move the hussars on the right-hand side? Good. Right. Everyone, move up. Hey, you guys. You, talking to you. Here we go. You guys need to double speed it. You guys get here, you guys get here, you guys get sort of there. And double speed. You guys I want to have sort of on the edge of town. Right. Go up a little bit faster. I'm fairly confident we can beat these guys. Question is, how many losses are we going to take? How many kills can we get? But I do like that we are essentially very well covered here. The hussars. Okay, I did not tell you to run. You're just that fast. Get the cuirassiers over here. You guys can unlimber and start shooting some of the other, some of our enemies here. guess I would actually honestly like to take out the artillery. I'm afraid that that is gonna cause a lot of casualties. Right, you guys don't need to run anymore. Would be lovely if you guys could run a little bit. You guys get in line formation. You guys are being shot at by the artillery. That's alright. I think that's fairly far away. Move you guys up a little bit. I think you have lost some casualties there. You guys stop running. I think stamina is potentially one of the stats that I myself tend to underrate the most. But it can be so powerful. Okay, we are shooting at the artillery. Not sure how accurate we are going to be, but let's see. They're also shooting at us. Who's being hit here? Actually, no. You guys are fine there. You guys, please do get into a line formation. Line doesn't need to be too long. It's a bit... We're a bit hemmed in here. But I guess that's going to be alright. The Russians are very, very slow. But they do have the staying power and I like that. Okay, the artillery duel is not necessarily going in our favor. Don't think we've hit them yet. Come on, guys. Let's get some good shots in. Yeah, it's just five guys there. Okay, I don't think that's good enough. Try to get the musketeers. Now they're in good cover. Let's try to get the horses then. Don't want to. I would like to draw you out there. I don't think we really can. It's a bit constrained if we want to keep in the city. Try to get over here, flank them a little bit at least. Right. Try to the... We should be able to do that. I'm fine to keep the artillery going a little bit longer. Okay, I don't like that. That looks to me like the cavalry's trying to reach around here to shoot at us there. And I really don't like that. Build these up a little bit more like so. You guys are now shooting at the musketeers, that's alright. Are developing into a shooting match over there, that's alright. If these guys are moving away from the artillery, I can swoop in. Okay, we need to get out. I don't feel comfortable with that. You guys need to be a little bit faster here, please. Okay. Hussars are going to try to... Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. On the other hand, they are now retreating. Yeah, they are going to do that. Okay, these guys are potentially going to charge too. What's our artillery doing, by the way? Yeah, you're trying to fire there. Go for the muskets, please. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, counter charge. Build up your charge. Yeah, these guys are going to have a better charge, but we are going to be in the melee, better in the melee phase. But we did beat them off there, so that's nice. Getting to the artillery too. Shooting match down here. Brilliant. Let's get out of here. I don't want to be shot at by the musketeers, who are indeed shooting at us. So we are shooting their backs now. Right, you guys can try to get over here. Some of the hussars here have recovered, and that's not good for us because they are now charging and we are pretty much spent. So I want to get my hussars to support that. Town fight is still ongoing. You're going to be able to do that. That's fine. I could draw you out a little bit more, but I do want to get some shots in. You need to hurry up a little bit. So artillery doing? Looking at them, that's fine. Freikorps musketeers do charge. Cantonist recruits do charge. Jägers, if you fire. Recruits, you can still fire on that, that's fine. Cavalry's doing their thing over there. We did take a lot of casualties on our cavalry corps. I guess that's alright. Yeah, cavalry tends to sort of develop into their own fight, but I'm guessing this fight is going to be over soon. There we go. Broke them. That's nice. Question is, are we going to be able to break some of the forts? That's not a great result over here, but it's alright. Stamina at the cost of move speed. It's actually a good trade-off, I think, because the move speed, once you run, you have more of that anyway. We did lose a number of men. More than I would have liked, really. But I do think we're gonna go for the veterancy here again. Getting some promotions, some good units, I think would be so good. Right. Who can get proper promotions? I think you can. The Freikorps Musketeers. That's gonna be super useful. So, I don't know whether you retain these. I think you do. But just to be sure... no. Need 5. You only have 4. That's alright. You guys, on the other hand, are Cantonist recruits. I think you can make proper musketeers right now. Just to double check. I think that works, but... I guess again, you need 5. Right, that's right. Got some proper... Prussian musketeers, that is lovely. You can get the accuracy bonus. Accuracy at the cost of stamina. I think that's pretty good for the Jägers, actually. Reload speed and move speed. Reload speed and stamina. I do like that, but I would also actually prefer this, I think. Give you a bit of better accuracy. You can get this at the cost of what? Yeah. The Bibles are not really necessary for you. And then you get the Bible. The herbs would be good. I mean, we are suffering some casualties here, especially on these guys. You are slow to replenish. It would be lovely if we could reduce your casualties somewhat. But all in all, we seem to be fine. Yeah. Would like to have a little bit better stuff. We could, of course, spend a little bit here, but I would like to keep some money in reserve. So I think that's going to be fine. Let's see whether we can find someone here. I don't think we've been to Ostrov yet. There's less stuff available and it's costing more, I think. So... that's just reservists. And the ammunition. It's alright. Do we have good officers? Melee at the cost of reload speed, grenade throw, and more melee. You would be a very good grenadier. Cover effectiveness, that's good. Stamina and veterancy gain. Yeah, no, Golf college again, so many things that I would love but can't really afford. Foundry, have some better artillery. It's just too expensive. We really can't afford that much. Land pattern, that would really be good. The accuracy on these is brilliant. Potsdam, the reload speed is very good. What's actually the bonus? Yeah, so normal 20%, 125 and 29. So much better accuracy. I would love to get... We definitely will require some better moisture. Do we have a land pattern? Would love to buy this. The accuracy is great. The range is so-so. This is very bad, but actually worse than the accuracy. Really, the accuracy benefit. The Potsdam is good. The reload, the range. Potsdam is so nice because it can fire so quickly. It would just cost way too much money there. Yeah, I think we need more for events and stuff. So let's see what we've got in this outpost over here. And then I'm gonna go up around there. Send them a reserve. So, sir, the garrison here is plagued with the troops. All of the men are idle, the drills are slack, and the officers have shown little initiative. Outside assistance. So we could send them stuff. We don't really have that. But we do have an officer. And some thalers, and we would get a light cavalry regiment. I think that's not too bad, because we've got an officer in reserve, who I'm not too keen on anyway. Are you going to be better? No. Move speed, morale damage. I think we can do that, right? Send them an officer, give them some thalers, and get some Prussian hussars. That's interesting, actually, because we can now compare these guys. And their base charge is 35 against base 40. So I think that is an interesting setup. You've both got 400 men, 25, 25, 55, 60. Yeah, so actually the Freikorps hussars are, I think, better than the Prussian hussars. Just like that. But it's nice to build up a good cavalry unit here. Not too sure that's where I wanted to go with the Prussians. I think they're more focused on line infantry. But to have one brigade that is cavalry is, I think, fairly good. Actually, can you guys be promoted? No, you can. I would like some dragoons as well. But then I think I would call it a day on the cavalry. Especially as we are working our way towards a more experience for line or infantry units. I think I would prefer. But, you know, these guys have pretty good promotions anyway. So, I'm gonna do a bit of reshuffling here of the items, just to make sure that these guys do have some things. I do like the uniforms and everything, so that's good already. Yeah. So for now, I think, thank you very much for watching. Do join me next time, once we explore these sort of more northern reaches here. And, yeah, then we can see where we're going from here. We are about a third into the campaign. A third into the first act of the campaign. And let's see where it takes us. Bye-bye, guys!